Good afternoon, everybody. We are getting started on a short geometry unit. We're really going to focus on circles, parts of a circle, circumference, area, volume, um, and a little bit because it's been such a long time for some people, and a little bit because, well, 2020 might have meant that some math lessons didn't get the detail that they used to. I wanted to start with the basics. So we're going to start with parts of a circle. So, taking a look at the notes handouts that you received, just going through the basics, okay? You learned about circles in preschool, but there is a mathematical definition of a circle. It is the set of all points in a plane, which means 2D, it's flat, that are the same distance from a given point called the center. So for our purposes, I'm not going to measure exactly. I'm just going to, if I say it's the center, it's the center. And I often mark the center as C, but it could be any variable. You're just labeling. Okay, so there's my center. Now, a diameter, diameter is a line segment that passes through the center of a circle and has both endpoints. Sorry, I forgot what I meant in this blank. Both endpoints on the circle. So a diameter is going to go touch the edge of the circle, go through the center into the edge. Okay, it's going to make it look like a full Pokeball. That is a diameter. Okay, and it is usually represented with a lowercase d. A radius is a line segment that has one endpoint I apologize, my pencil and my brain were not connecting. One endpoint at the center of the circle and one endpoint sorry, I apologize. Let's fix that. One endpoint, yeah, we'll go back with that. On the center of the circle and one endpoint at the edge of the circle. Now, this is not new information. This is information that usually shows up in elementary school, but it may be a long time since you've done it. Usually a lowercase r is what stands for radius. Okay. So we have center, we have diameter, and we have radius. Okay. That's the basics. I also want to show you how we name them. Okay. So I'm going to use this one for example. If I have the center marked C, and I draw a line all the way through, and I'm going to mark these as P and Q. And maybe I draw another line that only goes from here. I'm going to mark that one S. And I'm going to mark a line that goes over this way, T. So when I labeled the circle, every single spot got a letter. And then we name the points on the circle. So for example, line CS or line segment, sorry, CS is a radius. CS. Okay, and it's just the letters with the line segment over them. Okay, the difference between a line and a line segment: a line is eternal, it goes forever and ever and ever and ever in all directions on the plane. A line segment has ends, so if it's fitting within a circle, it must be a line segment. Okay, now here PQ is a diameter. Okay. Okay. Notice CQ is also a radius. CP is also a radius. But what about PT? PT is something called a chord, just like a musical chord. Okay? A chord does not go through the center. We are not going to be using those in our measurements, but I do want you to know what they are. Okay? So now let's look at this. We're going to assume for our purposes that these are the same size circles. Visually, they are. If this diameter is 2.5 inches, I don't think it's quite that big, but we'll go with it. Okay. Then this radius would be half of that, 1.25 inches. Okay. So 2 times radius equals diameter, always and forever. Diameter divided by 2 equals radius, always and forever. If it is a true circle, these are always going to be the case. So you will always be able to tell the measurement. If you are given one of them, you could figure out the other. Okay? If you are given the description in a mathematical format like this, you could name in a circle what are radii, plural of radius, what are diameter, okay? And then we know this one's not a diameter, it's a chord. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you and practicing some of this with you in class.